guys, so today I'm here to talk about all the series that I want to get caught up on. These are all series that I have got on my anticipated reads for next year, but I have not caught up in all the books that have been published up until this point. So I'm making a video here, so it's sort of like a goals video that I need to read all these series so that I can read the anticipated reads and not have another Dawn study happen to me. If you guys don't know, I put Dawn Study by Marie V. Schneider on my anticipated reads list for 2017. And I don't know why I did that, because I was still 5 books behind on this series. I don't know what was going through my brain, but I decided to put Dawn Study on the list. So I have to read 5 books and then Dawn Study to reach this goal. So I have read the Spyglass trilogy, but I've got the next trilogy, which is like the next one about Yelena and Abbeyleec, to read, and I'm trying, but it's hard. So I don't want this to happen again. So most of these I'm only 1 book behind, but I need to catch up, and half of them I should be able to do it because the sequels were anticipated reads, but the rest of them I'm going to try and get done early on next year. I really don't know how much time I'm going to have to actually read all these books that I need to read before the end of the year, and then I need to just really try, because I can't really read that much anymore because I work so much. But now that the introduction is all over of why I'm making this video, let's get into the 14 series that I need to catch up on. So the first one I'll show off is A God's Grave by J. Kristoff, because I'm currently reading this one. I'm actually only 30 pages in. This is a marker of how much I want to read today, and now this marker is falling out. Oh my god. When I have days off, I try to read half of a book and then half the next day, but I'm really not having that much time and it's getting quite late, so I haven't really done much. But I need to read this book before the third and final book of this trilogy comes out next year. I mean, I have until next year to do it, but I really want to get it done, and I am getting it done because I'm reading it right now. But this is one that I really want to read, and I read Nevernight when it came out quite quickly, and when God's Grave came out, I did buy this straight away so that I could get it and read it, and it's a book of the month, so I'm very excited to read this one. Next book is The Wish Granter by C.J. Redwin, and the first book in this is The Shadow Queen, and the third book, The Traitor Prince, will be coming out next year, and then the fourth book will be the year after that. But I need to read this book so I am up to date with it all, and then I will be ready for the third book, which I'm really excited about, because it's like each book is a different story, and I really love The Shadow Queen. I'm excited for this one, and the next one should have a really great story. But again, another book that I need to catch up on. Even though I won't be finishing the series for 2 years, I need to catch up on it. The next series is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I only own the Mime Order, but I also need to read The Song Rising, and I've got the 4th book on my anticipated reads list. But the thing is with this is, like, because of the cover changes, I don't know how to buy the 3rd book. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm doing, because I'm trying to figure out a way to do this, but they're all different sizes and all different editions, and it's pissing me off. And I just I bought these ones before the news of that stuff happened, but this book was literally $8 and the first book was only $3, so I didn't really spend that much money on it, so I can sort of justify rebuying them. But there's 2 books I've got to read here to get ready for next year when the 4th book comes out. So yeah, that's something I need to do. The next book on this list is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. The 2nd book doesn't come out until next month, like on the 2nd, The Empress, but still, I need to read The Empress before I get to the 3rd book, which is on my anticipated reads for next year. Even though I thought that this was just going to be a standalone, there is going to be 2 more books now, which is exciting, I guess. But yes, I really need to get that book when it comes out. This one is probably the best one because the 2nd book actually hasn't come out yet, but still, need to read it. Hey guys, I'm just putting a quick edit in this video because I totally forgot a series that I need to catch up on, because this is one that I haven't even started yet. I know, I put the 3rd book in this 6-book series on my list because I thought I would have read the other books by now, but it hasn't happened. So hopefully at the start of, see, all these books I want to read at the start of the year, like I just want to read books that I really want to read and just get them done and do it and just have a lot of fun. But the books that I want to catch up on here are is Truth Witch and Wind Witch, because the 3rd book, Blood Witch, is coming out next year sometime, and I really want to read this whole thing, even though it's only 2 books. Like, this is better. It's only 2 books. Like, nothing is gonna top Dawn Study, man. Like, I'm never get. It's just like, that is the rule and the exception, and the whole thing is Dawn Study. Not a good idea. Shouldn't have put it on anticipated reads. I probably would not have read the Spyglass trilogy though, or this next trilogy soon if I didn't do this though. So it's kind of good that I'm reading these books. But anyway, just putting this in here. So just letting you know too, at the end of the video, I'm saying that I have 14 series to catch up on. I actually have 15, so this one is just being added in there. The next series on my list is For Frostblood by Abbeyleec, and this is the sequel Fireblood, and the third book that's coming out next year is Nightblood. I read the first book at the beginning of the year, then I bought this one when it came out, but I don't think I'm going to have time to read it until next year, but I'm really excited. And these books come out like every 9 months, which is really great, so the trilogy will be over in like June, which is exciting but also sad. But I'm really happy to have this book, and I really want to read it and catch up with the series, but like I don't know when that's gonna happen. The next series is For Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I have Hunting Prince Dracula, which is the second book in this trilogy, and these are by Kerry Maniscalco, and the third book should be coming out sometime next year. But I really want to catch up on this because I loved Stalking Jack the Ripper. It was actually so good, and now I need to catch up and read this book. Again, don't think I can do it until next year because I'm really trying to focus on my anticipated reads. They all got piled up until the end of the year, and I'm kind of freaking out that I'm not going to be able to get it all done, but I'm trying. I'm really trying, and I hope that I can get some things done, so yeah. Next book in my series is For Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I've got Gemini here that I need to read. I got this over a year ago in the Wire Chronicles, and I still haven't read it. Technically, Obsidio should be like coming out around now because this book came out like a year ago, but it's not coming out until next year sometime. But still, I want to catch up, finish the series, get in on it, because everyone is talking about this book and I have not read this book yet, and it's just like, oh, I don't want to see spoilers and I'm scared of everything. But I really want to catch up on this because this one is like, it's gonna be an easy read. Like, I know it's really thick, but like because of the way it's written, it's like really easy to read, and that's what's going on here. The next series I need to continue on with is First Life by Gina Shellwater. I have Lifeblood here to read, and then the third book, Everlife, comes out next year at some point, so I need to catch up and read this sequel. This will be happening this year because it's an anticipated read that I got at like the beginning of the year, and I still not have read it, so I have such problems with this stuff. Like, I really need to get on top of it, but I don't know how I'm going to. The next series that I want to read is For Rebel of the Sands by Alan Hamilton, and I own Traitor to the Throne, and again, the third book is coming out next year. Hero of the Fall is the third book, so I'm excited for that. But I've had this book, but like I saw a few reviews about it being really boring, so I like kept putting it off, and then it's like, Abby, you need to read this book because it's an anticipated read, but I just kept putting it off. So I need to read this book, and then I'll be up to date for the series and hopefully read these earlier. Like, I need to start getting in the habit of like, once it comes out, just read it. Just get it done. The next series that I need to get caught up on is Three Dark Crowns by Ken Blake. So I have One Dark Throne. This only came out like a couple of weeks ago, so it's not too bad. And then there is 2 more books coming out next year and the year after, so it's not like it's a 2 years I'm gonna have to be waiting to read this whole series. But this is an anticipated read. I want to finish it and get caught up, and I'm excited, and I love how beautiful this book is too. But yeah, again, this is one that like I really need to read the sequel, and like at least most of these it's only 1 book that I need to read, not like 20, so I'm happy about that. The next book on my list is to get caught up with Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, so I need to read King's Cage, which is again only 1 book, and Warstorm is coming out next year, which is pretty good. I don't have too much to do, but for some reason I keep putting this book off. Like, again, my Glass Sword I kept putting off, and then I finally read it. Awful. Putting this one off because I'm scared that it's going to be awful, so I'm going to go into this with the mindset that it might be awful, but I want to find out what's happening with these characters. Like, that's the problem. I can't just not finish a series. Like, even if it takes me years, I just cannot not finish these things. The next series I'd like to finish is For the Glittering Court by Rochelle Meads. I've got Midnight Jewel, which is the second book in this weirdly companion-y sort of series, and then the third book, The Emerald Sea, the title just got released like a little while ago, is coming out next year, and that's about a different character, and once I read all these books, the whole story will make a lot more sense. But I'm excited to have this, and I can learn about this character. But again, I keep putting these things off. Like, I really did enjoy The Glittering Court, but I need to read the sequel. The next book I'd like to read is A Torch Against the Night by Sabah Jahir, and the first book is An Ember in the Ashes, and A Reaper at the Gates, I think is what the third one is called, is coming out soon. And I bought this book and I have not read it yet. Like, I don't know why. Like, I read An Ember in the Ashes, like, was it last year or was it this year? Like, I don't even know, but I bought this recently. No, I didn't. I bought this ages ago, but I've been really wanting to read it, and I need to read it before the third book comes out because that's on the list of anticipated reads for 2018. So I am trying. Everything is just too hard and I have too much to do and it really makes me sad. Like I need to read 20 more books before the end of the year to reach my Goodreads goal and my average at the moment has been 7 a month. So that is only 14 books, so I need to find a way to read 6 more books during this time and I don't know how I'm going to do that. And the last book is probably the one that I'm sort of doing really stupidly, but that is For Timekeeper by Tara Sim, and I have not read this book yet, but I've put Chainbreaker, which is the sequel, on my anticipated reads and I don't know why I've done this. So yeah, at least it's only 1 book, but I'm sure that I'm going to love this. Like I was wanting to buy it for ages and I finally bought it and I'm not going to be able to read this until next year, but definitely will have this read before I get the sequel because that's just stupid. But I really, really want to read it and have a good time with it and just, yeah. It's gonna be awesome. It's about clocks and shit and just got great relationships and I can't wait. It's the 14 series that I want to be caught up with, so then when I get the sequels or next year, I'm better caught up. And I also want to make sure I read those sequels early enough on that when the next list of anticipated reads is around for the year 2019, it's all better. But there's so many books that I need to read that it's so hard to pick which ones to go with, and it's just such a struggle that like I have so many in a line that it's like you gotta read this, that I don't really just pick and grab from my shelves anymore. It's just books that have to be read now, so my life is just too difficult. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I can do all this, and yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!